seeing you wear Wallaby gold, obviously becoming the fourth man to play for the Wallabies and All Blacks. How does that feel?
Nah, to be honest, it's amazing. Like, obviously, it's quite a small group, and for myself, I know I'm just blessed with great players around me and great coaching staff, and they just show me what to do, and I'll just do it. So, yeah.
When you reflect on the journey to this point, when did you kind of make that decision that maybe the Wallabies is something, a team that you wanted to play for? Or
It's funny because my dad, he actually got me and my brother Aussie passport back when we were newborn. So, and he was like, one day this is going to work for you. So I guess my dad's plan, it's been since the start. But for myself, I don't know. It was kind of just, hey, I just want to play as well as I can at the Reds, and if something comes from it, it comes from it. So I've in the past I've been a person to look too far ahead and then miss the moment like right in front of me. So I kind of took a new approach to this year and just being like, hey, let's live moment to moment, and from whatever happens, happens. So.
since being named in the team, since being named in the team, have you got any stick from maybe any of your old Kiwi teammates back home? Or
Oh, to be honest, they're happy for me. Like as players, you kind of understand like any opportunity you get to continue to do what you love. We're just happy for the player, or happy for each other, and I got a lot of love from my old Blues mates, and obviously some of the All Black boys. And to be honest, that's probably all I can do is just be like, hey man, thanks, and then keep moving forward. So, yeah.
Can you believe it? Like, you had a couple of injuries and you might not have ever thought you'd play international rugby again. It's a pretty crazy story. Have you had time to reflect with your fam? Has there been tears along the way? Like,
And plenty of tears, eh? I'm not an old school guy. I'm new, man, and to be honest, like there's a lot of moments last year, especially being injured with the Blues, and I actually considered retirement, and my wife pretty much got me through it all. So she's my rock and everything. So yeah, I wouldn't be sitting in front of you today without her. So
how does that one feel compared to an All Blacks cap?
it feels the same, man. It's still so hard to get. Like it's nothing's given in this world of footy, and it's earned. So for me, every moment's important, and yeah, it's tough, man. So
Probably haven't had time to reflect on it yet, but you played 4 cuts to the All Blacks.
Yep.
Now 1 for the Wallabies. I imagine, without trying to put cut for the horse, to be able to have a long kind of career would be something that you'd kind of ideally hope for.
yeah, well, that's the thing I mentioned before was like I can't plan my future. Like anything can happen. So for me, it's just taking one game at a time, one training at a time, and trying to make the most of that. So yeah, if like I said before, if I focus too far ahead, I miss the moment now. So
And what did Joe have to say? Like, he worked with you at the Blues, if memory serves correct as well. Like,
yep.
how close are you guys?
Uh, like anything, like the relationship between player and coach, you shouldn't be too close, and that's kind of the good thing is where like these guys are here to stretch and extend us as players, and so I feel like if I become too much buddy, I won't be able to get that enough from him, and he won't. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it's like it's a professional level where it's like, we can joke here and there, but ideally, what Joe's given me is, and all the coaching staff is like, hey, like this is what you need to do, and this is like the boundary we have in order to get better. So for me, I'm just going to continue to get stretched and extended and learn and grow, and then continue that process. So.
Zoe, for yourself, starting in your home city, getting a win, is this a better feeling than this right now?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. I'm on top of the world. Had so many people in the crowd come to support me, and I'm just so grateful to be here. And that was just such a special experience for me. Yeah.
You're wearing sort of the battle scars of a physical test match. How did you sort of find that sort of speed and trying to just get yourself involved in the game there?
Oh yeah, God, yeah, you 100% nailed it there. It was fast. It was intense. I felt like I ran a lot. So yeah, no, it was a really intense game. Like and high speed, lots of balls moving, and I felt like didn't find myself in space too often, but for what I did, I was pretty happy.
This time last year, you were pulling on the gold jersey, but in South Africa in the 20s program. Did you have any thought back then that you'd be sort of making such a regression already that you'd be finding yourself back in this position with the sort of the main national squad?
Oh, absolutely not. I just take things as they come. I just try and play the best footy I can every time I step on the field. And it was only a year ago that over in South Africa playing, and I've loved every minute since of the progression to get here. Yeah.
Alex, you mentioned obviously your wife, and then you mentioned the family when you were getting that Aussie passport. Just take us through final siren goes, first victory, first cap. You're wearing some things maybe came from the family. Take us through what was it like seeing the family straight after, who have been through those tough times to get here.
Yeah, I think it was cool because during the warm up I saw them, and once I made contact with them, it gave me a smile, and it took away the stress and the anxiety of footy, and being like, hey, I'm here to play footy, but that's the reason why I'm doing it. It's for the people in the stands, and for me it was seeing them just being like, oh, okay, I can do this, and the belief they give me. But first, this is called a lei. My wife, she's an artist, and she makes all sorts of arts and crafts, and it kind of just symbolizes from my home back in Samoa and people there. But does that answer your question? Or
Absolutely. And then
Last couple, please.
we were speaking during the week with Alan, and he mentioned just how well you fitted in. He said there was a bit of banter at the start, coming up from the All Blacks, but he says your professionalism has been huge. How have you found it personally, just fitting in with the likes of Derby, new teammates, new combinations? How have you found it?
I think joining the Reds helped me a lot in that transition of getting to know the culture, getting to know the players, and for myself, joining a new group with the Reds and then joining this group, I kind of didn't want to overstep my boundary. I kind of wanted to feel the group first, understand the culture and what it means to be a Wallaby or what it means to be a Reds player, and then from there I can add my bits here and there. And to be honest, I don't have to add a lot because there's a lot of good in there at the moment. So, and I'm sure Derby would say the same thing, and how the environment's there for us to grow, and at the moment I'm growing so much as a player, always constantly learning. So.
Darby, just the black eye. Do you remember when you got that one?
Yeah, just one of the. I think it might have been the fullback stepped inside, and I just caught him, and I knew straight away it wasn't a good feeling. That's it's stitched up. That'll be right to go.
There's a bit of talk about the Olympics as well. Are you glad that you've got the cap and that you've stayed around here to play for the Wallabies?
Of course, yeah. I've got so much good to say about both programs. The Sevens is I wish them all the best in the Olympics, and I'm absolutely, devastated that I can't be there to play. But at the same time, I'm so honoured to be here and be able to play here. So it's just it was a win-win. There was a tough decision to make, but to be here and to get a cap is really special.
Just on Alex, his journey is quite remarkable, but you can hear how he speaks and how meaningful it is. He's 31 or 10 years older than you. When you hear someone who's a fair bit older that's playing the 5th international, how does it kind of feel as a youngster coming through and around? It's so rare, these matches.
Just very, very humbling and very and grateful to be here at such a young age. I really did my best to make the most of the game out there, and I just wish with all my heart that I can get out there again. So, it's very, very humbling, and obviously got a lot of respect for him, and just make the most of every moment you get.